and this week's Ballers Bouquet goes to Derrick Henry for his 2-All Foundation. So Derrick Henry's 2-All Foundation exists, according to him, to level the playing field for today's youth so that their success is not limited by the circumstances of their upbringing, background, disability, or influence. And the 2-All Foundation does a lot of things back in his hometown of Yulee, Florida. I don't even know if you know where that is.
Definitely. Hell no. It's probably in one of these weird ass spots in Florida, bro. There's a lot of weird spots in Florida I never would live.
Yeah, he's from Yulee, Florida, and does a lot of work in Yulee, Florida, as well as in Tennessee, where the Titans are. This year in 2021, for the fourth consecutive time, he hosted a back-to-school event in Yulee, Florida, where he donates school supplies, backpacks, and bikes to like 200 plus kids
That's
every
dope.
year. Yeah, every year. And he started after doing that for 4 years in his hometown in Florida, started also doing that in Tennessee. So he like does a back to school event in Florida, then he goes to Tennessee and then does another back to school event in Tennessee to help out kids in both areas. And I think that's usually super huge. And it's something that's near and dear to his heart because he's always trying to uplift these kids and give them the opportunities and just things that they need to be successful in life. He did for Christmas, goes around Yulee, has hundreds of families, does a toy giveaway at a Walmart. So basically, it's just like, yo, families come through. Basically, we're going to get the kid Christmas gifts for your kids just straight up. They pop up to the Walmart parking lot, and basically, they just start handing out hundreds of toys to kids and their families,
That's like
right?
that's like Andre Johnson, bro. He used to pull up in Texas and back home and just fill up shit for all the kids. This is dope, bro. Big
Yeah,
shout out
they
to Henry.
they always make sure they get the first 500 kids that show up to the Walmart in Yulee, and they give them toys. He then donated $25,000, not through the foundation even, just like his own personal money to No Kid Hungry to support children's access to food across America, and then another $25,000 to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee that works with the like Tennessee inner city public schools and basically provides like emergency food programs, reduced lunch and stuff like that for kids in need in Tennessee.
Bro, that's player, bro. That's real boss. Like it's
Yep.
good to see these like athletes giving back. They ain't got to, bro, but because they taking care of their family, but to them to be cognizant of like, okay, I'm from here. I care about the community, especially like that thing like Derrick Henry does for the lunches. So lunches being cheaper. Like paying for lunch as a kid, bro, it's expensive if you don't get that waiver for free lunch. You know what I'm saying?
And then there's always like BS with schools doing things like lunch debt and holding kids' degrees and a bunch of other like shiesty shit. Like it is actually such a problematic thing when like the way that schools, like, I get it, they're really running a business.
Bro, I don't agree with that because like it's just to me there was times where I was just going to school just to eat, bro. Like there's nothing to eat for breakfast at the house or nothing for lunch, and like I didn't like especially senior year I didn't have to go to school like my second period of classes. I was already ready to graduate, but I would just go because you bet I'm gonna get lunch, and that's a reality for some kids. Some people don't think about that, bro. Like you ain't got nothing hot at the house for breakfast or there's nothing there. Like your mom wasn't able to grab it, like. That little bullshit school lunch, bro. You should get down on the muffins, bro. That's game changer, bro.
Facts. Facts. And I think like the problem is that schools are ran like a business, right? Instead of being ran like as a public good.
Yeah,
So
I get colleges, but K through 12, it should not be anything above being ran as it should be. I get the business side of colleges, which I get it, but that's ridiculous. But K through 12, nah. Let these kids get an education, a good education at that, and be able to have a nurturing environment, especially if they don't got that nurturing environment at the house.
big facts. I like that is super important. So you can see like Derrick Henry is connected to his community both back home in Yulee, Florida. He ain't forget where he came from, but also in Tennessee where he rocks and he plays. So if you all find this something that you can get behind and you want to be a part of, you can go to www to the number allfoundation.org/donate to donate or /volunteer to volunteer. Because when he has to give out like 500 toys at a Walmart, they need volunteers, right? That's a big
Oh,
thing,
for
right?
sure. They
When you
definitely
got to give out 500 toys at a Walmart or like 300 backpacks, it helps to have some volunteers just to help pass out the stuff. So whether you want to give your time or your money, you can go to toallfoundation.org and be a part of making a difference.